We're live.
It's a power hour. Heyo, just like that, Shadower C is fucking smoking out with a couple of drinks. I'll drink to that.
That's Monday night drink.
Woo.
It's weird because we recorded. It felt like Monday night was
Mondays
last night.
or somebody's Fridays.
Yeah.
I feel like Groundhog Day because we recorded last night.
It's got to be Friday somewhere, right?
Yes, that's how it works.
I was trying to think of stories we haven't told on Power Hours or in the podcast. Have I ever told you guys the worst nickname I've ever had in my entire life?
No.
Not Dragon.
No, not Dragon. Zal, you'll know this one. It's worse than Dragon. You fucking know it. I was probably like, I don't know, fucking 13 or something. 13. I think probably 13 years old. And I was at like a hockey tournament with like a fucking bunch of fucking hockey goons that I wasn't really friends with. And Zell. Zell was my friend. And
He had one friend.
One friend. And this fucking guy, should I name drop him? Should I name drop these guys? I don't think they'll care. Although I called them, well, I'm not friends with, so it doesn't matter. This guy, Scott Wasden.
Oh, it's Scott.
Hockey with. He's probably 13. He's like eating Jolly Ranchers, and he goes like, "Hey, Jolly Rencher." And then he just started calling me Rencher, and then everyone started calling me Rencher for like
I forgot about that one.
Rencher. And oh man, I was like 13. I fucking hated this nickname. And my parents were like so stoked because I like didn't get along with a lot of the hockey guys. I just didn't fit in. So it's like, a little bit of bullying going on other than Zell. Zell took me under his wing. And I was a smaller kid. So my parents took this nickname as like, our son has friends now.
Rencher.
So they got it fucking embroidered on shit for me. It'd be like property of the Rencher. And I was like, oh God, I remember like,
I've totally forgotten about that one. That's
right.
Man, that's hilarious.
So like I would have all this stuff that said Rencher on it. And I was just like, oh God. And for like 2 years, just everyone was calling me Rencher. And every time I would hear that, I would just like, ugh.
Was that what finally made you quit hockey? Throw your skates in the...
That's why I quit. That's why I quit hockey. I was like, all right, I can't handle it anymore. Have this nickname. So I left and I started telling people I was Dragon.
He tied up his skates and hucked them off the dock into the lake, never to be seen again.
Yeah.
Fucking
In
trickle.
fact, that's where my skates are.
Which one?
Bottom of the lake.
But you remember what beach?
Bottom of Okanagan Lake.
Remember what beach you threw him in at?
Right off the bridge.
Off the bridge. You went to the bridge?
Right off the old bridge too. Not even the new bridge.
Oh, they're long buried in the sediment.
Oh yeah, they're gone, baby.
They're part of history. Someone will excavate them in a million years when the topography's changed, and that's the top of a mountain.
Right.
Yeah, that was the only time.
Along with the skeleton of Ogopogo.
Yeah, exactly.
Zoe was way taller than me at that age too, and I remember
you sprouted late.
I sprouted late. I was a tiny kid, and I remember they were like Zell, you can't be friends with Renner, so they pitted us against each other in helmets and gloves, and Zell did not take it easy on me whatsoever. The size different weight classes, 100%. 13. He was just teeing my head off against the concrete wall and he crying a little too. He grabbed me, he brought me in close before we started fighting, and he whispered it. This is true story, Dan. This is a true story. He brought me in and he whispered in my ear. He said, "This is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you." And then he proceeded to beat the living hell out of me, just whacking my head against the concrete. And I was just crying. I'm just crying. Just crying. Everyone's like, "Yeah, Zell. Fuck you, Rencher."
How do you remember this shit?
It came back to me today. I was trying to think.
Did you hit your head really hard and it like knocked
I hit
it
my.
back?
I
knocked some memories loose.
I slipped back today and I bonked my head and this all came
All came rushing back.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
Zell.
Man,
Yeah.
that was
And then he laid me.
helmets and
And
gloves
then
was a
when I
brutal.
was crying in the shower after everyone left and I was just sitting there sobbing, he came in. He goes, "I'm really sorry, man. You know how it is." And he tossed a towel at me.
I had to beat the shit out of you. Sorry.
He said, "Clean yourself up."
That was a fucking ruthless locker room battle. Helmets and
It
gloves.
was.
Like I got in
man.
so many helmets and gloves battles. And because you're wearing a cage and fucking gloves, there's no stopping the punches. Like you can punch forever. But then your head is like fucking ringing. Your eyeballs are swollen.
Getting 100% conkied.
A big time. Imagine having a helmets and gloves match now. Dead.
Oh,
I take one to the temple off the helmet and I'd be toast.
Yeah, so I was thinking about nicknames. Like Zell, you've always been Zell or Zelly. I don't think there's ever been another nickname for you.
It was Zelly when I was younger, and it progressed. Just dropped the Y.
It is Zell.
Just
Yeah,
to
it was
Zell.
Zelly. Zelly the whole time we were growing up.
Yeah,
Zelly.
I would say all three, like most minor sports.
Yeah, and then
Maybe
turned to just Zell.
maybe in like late high school.
You know, it's a better adult name, Zell.
Zell.
What's up, Zell?
There was a time when people did call me Zellers as trying to be like derogatory to me, and I was like, I like Zellers, man. Fuck off.
Yeah, fucking lowest price is the law.
You ever got the grilled cheese there? Was it Zeddy's?
Dude, that's where I used to get all my haircuts. The cut and go, baby.
Cut and go. It's like
Zeller's cut and go.
it's like $10.
Dan, you ever have any good nicknames?
No, because I always have the perfect one. It's always Dick.
Oh, he's Dick.
just-
Yeah, that's good. Dick work.
Dick work.
Yeah, I mean that's
You can't really change.
Once people find that out, it's like they don't.
There's no need.
yeah.
There's no need for another nickname.
Dragon's
something
not sticking for Dan.
No, it's
Once
too
they
good.
find out about Dick work, there's no way.
When I was
you're getting
in
Dragon.
the Navy, as soon as they found out, they're like, I was never. Everybody else was referred to by their last name usually, and
Yeah.
it's like work. But no, it was always Dick work. It was
Yeah.
like they call me over the space. They call me over the loudspeaker. They're like, Dick work. Get up to the booth or whatever.
Did you have like a title? They went for like first commander Dick work,
Yeah, what was your rank?
Petty officer, second class.
Dick work.
petty officer second
work.
class, Dick work.
It was my chiefs calling me that. All my bosses, like as soon as they found that out, it's like it was always just Dick work. It was never just work.
They always had to go with the
always
double.
Dick work.
Yeah, the double name.
It was always Dick work.
There's some people that the double name just sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
always fine.
Andrew's not here, but his nickname is Bieber.
Bieber.
No one, I'll tell you right now, not one person has ever called him Mongoose. The Mongoose, the
Never.
Lebanese Mongoose.
You know,
Never.
yeah. Oh, when he started on this show, he's like, "This is my chance."
I can change it.
And dude, it was a weird thing because it was like all of a sudden one day he's just like, I'm really into mongooses. I love them. I've always loved them. I was like, you've never brought them up in conversation ever. He's
Secret
like,
love
really?
of
Because
mongoose.
I have a tattoo of one. So how could you say that? It's like red, raw, brand new. You can see it's brand new. You're like,
I've always
all
had
right,
this.
whatever. I've always loved them. We just call them the Lebanon phenomenon, but that's
Pretty good one.
lacrosse. But yeah,
Just-
mongoose.
Never. Mongoose was
That's all
at
you guys.
Mongoose was
that's
at-
all theorists.
Yeah, that was after sports.
I guarantee you, none of his friends and no one that knows him, like outside of the podcast, if you were like, "Oh, Andrew, you mean the mongoose?" They'd be like, "What?
Who?
What is that? Who? No one calls him that." Good old nicknames. I love getting bullied in school. I got ruthlessly bullied, man.
Braden had a
Terribly in
few
middle
hard
school.
years.
Oh,
Tough years.
man.
There's probably
Middle school,
middle school was worse.
Oh yeah, middle school. Middle school was worse because I was tiny, man. I was so tiny all through middle school.
Braden was tiny, a little fat,
Yeah,
and yeah.
and then
it didn't- everyone.
I just had my one buddy, Corey Coons, looking out for me in middle school. That was it. He was a cool kid.
He was the cool kid.
Yeah, I listened. Trigger warning. I don't know if anyone's gonna have said this. He was a cool kid because in grade 8 he finger banged a girl. That's why he's got and everyone just
He's like, hey, that guy's pretty cool.
Mad respect. Corey Coons. Oh man,
wow,
that's dope.
That's cool, dude.
This guy's like, holy shit. So he was like the talk of the town in grade 8, and I just so happened to be his friend. So it's like,
You got
even
by
though I got bullied, then
association.
people were like, oh, Corey Coons, the finger blaster. I was like, oh,
the man,
right,
the man
right?
himself.
So it's like. So he always, I know, I feel bad outing these people, but I mean, whatever. Right?
That's
Corey,
fucking, like,
I don't think Corey would care.
It's like 20 years ago.
I haven't talked to Corey in years, but I don't think he'd care.
I see him at Home Depot every once in a while.
Does he work there?
Oh, he did. I guess probably been 6 months, so maybe
That's
still.
a perfect job for him there, because I know he knows fucking jack shit about anything carpentry. So he's a perfect Home Depot employee where you ask him something and you're just like, that is not the correct answer, my friend, at all.
When I go,
that is not what I was looking for.
I go there, I ask them that. They say they're going to go ask someone else, and then they just don't come back. Like, they just forget about you in the hallway. Like,
Yeah.
fair.
See, there's that weird fucking spinning sound. It sounds like you're spinning a raffle. Is it just me?
It's my chair.
I wouldn't know.
Is it on the live stream? If it's on the live stream, it's not
if you're
just
listening
you.
to live stream and all of a sudden you hear like someone spinning like a raffle thing, let us know. So we're trying to get to the bottom. It's been a mystery sound for a while.
I don't hear it.
And also, if you're in the chat, if you're on Instagram or whatever, you can shoot us a message. Where if you're following on Instagram, we're taking the comments out of YouTube. So head to YouTube, Alien Theorists. We're live there, and you shoot your comments there because we will not read them on Instagram. Even though I think we're live, I don't even know if it's working. I forgot to check. Seems to be not working at all.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Par for the course.
That sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
No,
At least
it
we're consistent.
It says live on my phone.
Oh, there it is. No, it's working.
Oh, okay.
That's working. Hey, it just took a while to load.
Hey, doesn't look too bad on Instagram.
Yeah.
See?
No, that looks good.
That's not
See,
bad.
I fucking made that background. It's an old one, but whatever. I mean, think of
Works.
that. It was it was weird. It's funny, like, because I remember like there's a couple guys that were like bullies through middle school, a little bit through high school that I've seen like later in life. And then they're like, I'm like, oh hey man. And they're like, holy shit, you got huge. They're like, you're enormous. And I'm like,
Yeah, you remember when you said this to me, motherfucker?
Don't hurt me. No, man, I'm still the bully kid at heart. I'd be like, oh man, like, don't hurt me, Kevin Snachuk. No, Kevin was always he was just always hung out, but I could tell like
He didn't
he would
truly mean
laugh
it.
when, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, we grew up in a weird time too, like in middle school, where it was like the middle school when I was going to middle school, and trigger warning for people who are going to get upset, but like the biggest, literally everything you said, if you said anything, someone said your mom immediately after.
Yep.
Your mom this. And the other thing was like, I remember in attendance, all the bullies who like sit there, you'd be like attendance, and it's like every fucking day, man. You'd be like, oh fucking whatever, Dan work. You'd be like, here. You're like, Ryan. And you'd be like, here. But Braden, and like a bunch of kids would be like, fag. And the teacher would do shit. And I'd have to be like, yeah, I'm here too. Like every single day, man. Teachers did not give a shit back then. I feel like if you said that now in middle school, I feel like you'd be lit up.
For saying your mom?
Why? And just calling people fags. Like that's not cool.
No.
But that was like commonplace.
That was a common insult.
Yeah, huge insult all the time. Nonstop.
Yeah, weird time. Like the transition.
Dude, middle school, like grade 7, grade 8, grade 9 were probably the worst times of my entire life. It was terrible, man. That whole I went to school. They were like legit girls that are porn stars now went to middle school, in my middle school, and they were the fucking worst people on the planet. They were so mean to everyone. And I remember this one girl, I won't out her, but like, she was one day, she was just like, we're sitting in math class. She was just like, I'm going to fuck you up after school. And I was like, what did I do? She's like, fuck you. I'm going to beat you fucking ass. And I was like, I'm going to have to fight a girl. This is going to suck. Like, I was like 5 foot even, like this little like prepubescent like doughboy. I was like, why? She's so mad at me. She does porn now. So maybe she had other stuff going on. That's why she was mad.
She was taking it on you. She's punching down.
I don't know why she took it out on me, but.
Are we?
You just got one of those faces. You just
that and dude, and that, and I tell people this all the time. I don't tell all the time, but I always make the joke that I'm like, Constable Neil Bruce, my middle school years, grade 7, grade 8. So this is like 2002. Biggest dick per capita. Everyone there claimed to have 10 inches or bigger. No lie. And I was like, this seems insane. I was like, I feel like this can't be real. But sure enough, every single person you talk to, fucking slinging dick. Grade 7, grade 8, grade 9. Except me, apparently.
They're all liars.
It's wild. It was like, yeah, it was wild. There's this one kid, Jason. I bet he's dead. Honestly, he was this fucking crazy when we were in middle school. Jason, what the fuck was his last name? I wish I could
start with a Z.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
What was that guy's name?
Yes,
I know that guy.
Yes, because it was you two had Zezelchuk or something.
What the?
And this guy was fucking insane. When we were in like grade 7, he had the body of a fucking jacked man. And he was like, now that what I know about being an adult, I'm like, that kid was beaten. This is why he was so mean. But like, he would get on random buses. It was like the worst lottery known to man. He would get on random buses at the end of school and he would just choose a target and then he would beat the shit out of you and steal everything you had on you. And this would happen all the fucking time to the point where there was another kid who was a bully named Troy who we did not get along. And we like would walk home every single day and he would like fucking make fun of me the whole walk home. And we actually joined forces because he came on our bus one time and was like, I'm fucking you both up. And me and him were like, oh shit. And my house was closer than his. So me and him joined forces to run away from this Jason kid. And we full sprint off the bus, like through the woods, had to hide as he was like chasing us down. Motherfucker ran like Forrest Gump. It was unbelievable.
T-1000.
Yeah. Dude, seriously. He like came into my house and my parents knew he was a bully. So they were like, oh, why is he here? I'm like, oh, we're just hanging out. It's all good. And really it's because we knew Jason was like prowling. And like, that gave me like 6 months of like good graces because I was like, yeah, you can hide here, man. This guy's fucking, he's crazy.
He'll kill you.
Like you legit thought he was going to stab people.
And you ran from a guy named Jason through the woods. It was a horror movie. Exactly.
Yeah, he was great. He was in grade 7.
Yeah, there's always a couple of those dudes. They're 190 pounds.
You remember Miss Flavel?
Yeah.
We had this social studies teacher. She could have been on my 600-pound life.
She's not a beacon of health. Let's put it that way.
No, she was enormous. And I got suspended once in high school because it was her class and we had to watch the birthing video.
Sure.
So like they put on the birth video and the lady's like all drugged up. She's like pushing out this baby. And I stood up. I was like, this is gross. I can't watch this. And I stood up and I left the classroom. I just walked out. I was like, I can't watch this. And there was like no warning. Like, hey, Braden, hey, class, like just everyone prepare yourself.
This is called
like,
crowning.
Right? No, it was just like, all right, everyone, we're going to learn about birth today. And then they put on this video and it's like, just like, whoa, like right down the pipe, right? I was like, holy. So I got up and left. She came out and she was like, Braden, get back here. And she's like waddling after me. So she started to pick up the pace a little bit. So I ran away. Right? I just ran away. And when I say ran, I meant like
you walked a normal human pace.
It was a light jog, right? So I skipped the rest of class as I did with many of my classes. And so like, I get called in the principal's office later, right? Mr. Sieben, vice principal. He's like, hey, Miss Favell said that you left her class and you ran away from her. And I was like, no, that's
a lie.
That's not what happened at all. I'm actually glad she's okay because I thought something was chasing her. So I just ran faster. Instant suspension. Not funny. No one laughed. My parents.
That's a funny joke.
Laughed a little, very upset, but to this day, I thought it was great.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah, it was funny. I was a funny high school kid, but I got in trouble all the time. Dan, do you ever get suspended? I feel like you never got suspended.
No.
Did you get anything less than a B?
Oh yeah, all the time.
What'd you get?
I'm very outstandingly average student.
What? Really?
I don't believe you for a second.
C's get degrees?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? That's so surprising.
Yeah.
What were you doing? What were you doing with your time? Video games?
Just like playing outside, like video games, stuff like that.
Just
not
not
a lot, but it's
just
still
not school.
Not just like just not studying or stuff like. Even also like now that I've been in education, like I've recognized like some of the way that my teachers taught was like not great,
not
like,
captivating. Yeah.
It was just not. Well, it's just not the way that. It's not the pedagogy that you're supposed to use today. Especially my Spanish teacher, like my high school Spanish senior year. I failed that class. I failed my high school Spanish class.
You're half Spanish
because it was an immersion class. And I understand thinking back on it now, it's like if you're put inside an immersion class, you're only going to do well if you understand, because back then, teaching Spanish was very much like you're learning all the parts of speech in Spanish. I was an outstanding English student. I was very good at writing. I was very good at reading, all that kind of stuff, like analyzing regular stuff. But I didn't have grammar. I didn't know what a past participle was. I didn't know what the pluperfect is. I didn't know what.
No one knows what that is, man.
Well, I do now.
You just made that up. I think, in my opinion, you just made those words up.
I couldn't tell you what the past perfect was, or like, all of that stuff. So when they're trying to explain it in Spanish, I have no idea what it is in English, so I couldn't understand it. Now I do. And now there's a lot of studies that have been done and a lot of work that's been done in those areas. And it's like, it's what determines your ability in another language is your ability in your primary language. And what is your first language. So if you're good in English and you understand, the more you understand about English, the better you'll do in another language. So if you know the grammar in English, then you go to a Spanish or you go to other things, you could recognize those and piece those together.
Or if you earn it,
so you
learn it early.
What you're saying is my stupidity transcends language at this point.
Yeah, no Sylvan Learning Center was going to help you in a second language. That's for sure.
Well, it wasn't until I got to college, and then I took Spanish classes, and then I aced those ones, and it was like because they explained to me in English what this was like, what this Spanish, like what the past perfect is in English. So then I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense.
you know what's a weird thing? Did you guys' parent, because like, you know how they had parent teacher interviews?
Yes.
Right? Like it's a weird thing that like to think back on, and I even remember this in high school, but it's a weird thing for like your parents to go to parent teacher interviews when you're in high school. I think that's just a weird thing because did your parents go to meet your high school teachers?
I'm sure they did. I don't remember.
My dad made a point of it and he brought me, and it was the most awkward thing because I was a terrible student. Terrible. I was literally like Mr. 51 all through school, like just barely squeaking by. No surprise. But like my dad would meet all my teachers, man. And it was ruthless, like sitting there as like a 17-year-old and your teacher's like, yeah, this guy doesn't do anything. And you're like, shit. And then your dad's like, is this true? And you're like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say here. Like, this is so awkward. I'm taking 3 classes. 2 of them are art, right? You're at the one class that's academic. Come on, give me a break here. Was that painful?
Yeah, most of my classes, like I was in high school, I I was popular enough to like fly under the radar. Like it was just like, I never really got all that much. Like most of my teachers were like, yeah, he's there. And some of my classes I did well. Like my English classes, right? Anything that had to do with writing, reading stuff, I was pretty good at. But like other classes I took like AP biology and stuff like that. I liked biology, but I was never really good at studying because I never really had good studying skills like instilled in me. Like I never had that stuff.
It always blew my mind. It blew my mind that in high school, they like would force you to take classes. They like force you. They're like, hey, take this class. And I'm like, I don't like this. I'm not like, I will not enjoy it.
You need the credits.
I'm not interested in it. And they're like, you have to for credits. And then you get in the class and they're like, well, this is ridiculous. Your attitude towards it is like, well, I didn't like it. I don't like it now. Like nothing is going to change my interest. And I'm not interested in chemistry whatsoever. And then there's like, they're blown away that they're like, they force you to do this thing. They're like, how dare you not like this? I was like, who is me and Zell did chemistry together. And me, Zell, and our buddy Zach, literally everyone in the class cheated.
Everybody.
He would make you pass your work back to the person behind you. And then the rule was you would just fill in the answers for your buddy.
But never,
and then check it.
You never gave up. You gave like a score. You gave it 80, 85.
Yeah.
Knock a couple wrong.
And this motherfucker every day would make me come to the front of the class and sit at the front, and he would check my homework. Only mine. And of course I didn't do it. So he would mark it 0. Meanwhile, Zell's sitting there like
0.
two seats back, just being like fucking sitting on an 85 that he didn't deserve. And this guy's just like eyeballing me. I don't know what it was.
Hey, well, you know what? You had a reputation, and it was passed around the staff room. That's what happened.
That's what
happened.
That makes
Oh, is it getting delivered? No, what's crazy is no one expects it. I graduated with honors high school.
Are you kidding me?
I finished like an 85,
That's unbelievable.
85 average or something like that.
It's unbelievable. Zell, did you ever fail a class?
No.
Of course you didn't. We had a fucking Nazi high school.
They passed me. No, I failed college.
Yeah.
I failed accounting.
I failed accounting too in college.
But I failed it because I only had one class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I went to Big White every Tuesday and Thursday. I didn't go to one. I would try and cram and then take it and not. No.
And you can't miss accounting. I learned that. That's
the rules. Yeah.
There's that noise.
Get all fucked up.
I would take a single night class of accounting. It was one like 3.5 hour class. Terrible idea. Never do that. Split up that accounting class. And every now and then I'd be like, man, I fucking hate accounting. So I'd skip a class, and then you'd go to the next class and you're just like,
whoops.
You're like, is this the same class? You're like, this is must be something completely new, because am I in the right place? Did they switch the class times? Because they're on a completely different subject, and then there's just no catching up after that. None. And even after doing the class and failing, I did it a second time, got like 55%.
Just barely eked it out.
Brutal.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind school. Like learning. Then I just forget it right away. Like it took it, cram it, learn it for 3 months. 3 months later, it's gone. Like I took like 3 levels of chemistry in high school. I forgot everything. Everything's gone. You just show me like a page of bouncing equations. No chance. But back then, I'm fucking.
Were we in biology together?
No.
We had a biology teacher. She wasn't a bad looking woman, but the rumor was she got hit by a bus.
What?
Yeah, that was a rumor. She had you could tell she had some plastic surgery done. She was not a bad looking woman at all. But like the rumor was she got hit by a bus. And you could smooth talk her. Oh yeah. You'd be like, come on.
To passing.
I'm like, my dad's gonna be so fucking mad at me if I get a C+. Like I'm only 18% behind a B. And she's like, fine. And she just hook you up. I was like, oh, she's the best. I remember. It's a weird thing. It's just like high school teachers taking it seriously at all. Really? That doesn't matter.
You're supposed to be molding the young minds.
I guess so. But it's like,
I think being a teacher is like any job, right? You start off with the best intentions. You want to be the greatest teacher after, 5, 10, 15 years, maybe 20 years. You're going through the motions. I got 5 years left, man. I got 5 years of retirement. These fucking kids, man, they've been driving me crazy for fucking 25 years. I can't take it anymore.
When I was doing my teaching internship, I watched a middle school science teacher be ground down within 3 months.
Oof.
About like basically go from like really excited to start the year and like teach these kids, and he's like, it's like I could retire, but I love teaching and love all this stuff, and like within like 3 months, he's like, I'm retiring this year.
I'm done.
Fuck this. I'm done. Like,
what? As being a teacher, because I'm sure most of your classes are fine, but you would get that one class that instead of just having 1 or 2 idiots, had 10, and it would just melt you. Like every day, you have to deal with these fucking kids. Every fucking day for 4 months. And there's a group of kids, like the group of friends or something, a bunch of shitheads just ruining your class. And there's not much you can do.
Oh yeah, man. I remember this.
You can't
this one kid, Dylan.
You can't scold any students. Like what are you supposed to do? They just walk all over you.
Yeah, dude. I remember we had this one guy. He was the football coach, Mr. Hudson. Huge fucking dude. Just we'd have him beat red in the face, so fucking mad. And me and this guy, Dylan, we get kicked out of his class, and he'd be like, go outside, like yell at us. We'd be sitting outside, and he'd come out and he'd be like, listen, you two stupids. And we'd start fucking laughing so hard. We're like, you two stupids. That's so fucking fun. Because it was funny though. Yeah. That's the thing. It was funny. And I thought he was being like, this is a guy who's like appreciates that he's being funny. He's trying to level that. So I'm laughing at this joke. He walked out, beat red, and goes, hey, you two stupids. That's funny.
It's funny.
It's hilarious. He did not find it funny at all. So upset. He's the only teacher where I thought might hit me. When I was going through school, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna he's choked. Kicked me out of his class. I had to go to a different class.
What'd I tell you? Bad.
Braden was that class.
That's funny because I actually had to go to Miss Flavel's class after that.
And
I was always you say like he had a football coach like teaching a class. It's like it always really what was it? Somebody posted this one thing, and it was like, basically like they were in one class. They were like in gym class, and the gym teacher's like, "Who do you think is the smartest teacher in this school?" And they're like, "Oh, the math, Mr. Blah blah blah, the math teacher, or the science teacher." She's like, "No, it's me, because they all have to know all of that stuff, and we both get paid the same." I have you fucking run laps and like play dodgeball, and I get paid the same as they do.
I get paid to play dodgeball, and
which always drives me nuts. I'm like, and you think about it, you're like, yeah, what the fuck? Why did gym teachers get paid the same? I know gym teachers go through a lot of, they go through a lot of training. There is a lot of stuff that they have to learn about.
They like do now. Nutrition. They do now. They do now. But when we had gym teachers going through school, they didn't. It's not like they had kinesiology degrees back then.
Right. Yeah.
They're fucking like the washouts, right? They're like, oh, fuck, PE teacher, I guess.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, but now it's like, yeah, they do have all those things, but I really don't think they use a lot of that stuff in PE teaching. It's like, yep, okay, sit-ups today. We're gonna be practicing your form and push-ups. Gonna be teaching my gym teachers. Like, what did we do? We always had a unit, and it was either like we did golf one year. We did golf. There's always the ballroom dancing. We did ballroom dancing.
That's pretty sweet.
Buddy, that's where I learned. Honestly, everyone grade 10. It was called the grade 10 jamboree, and in grade 10. You have to learn how to line dance, like swing dance, like
we did that.
Do the tango and shit.
We learned how to polka, foxtrot, waltz.
Literally, everyone was like this, like, and I was so into it. And now half the moves I learned on the dance floor are from grade 10 jamboree because I was all in, baby. I was like, I feel like this is a teacher. Like put his hand on me. He's like, Pay attention because this will help you. And I really took that to heart.
All those cotillions of balls that you go to.
And stuff. Like, I know all those. I remember all those. No problem. That's why I cut rug.
The big man can move. Gotta give it to him.
Yeah, hey, you throw on Just Dance on, Xbox Connect. I'm fucking acing it, baby.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
this guy moves. Unless he pops a Colt 45 a little wrong and tweaks a knee. But other than that,
buddy, hey, let's not even talk about popping them wrong. I haven't popped them wrong in years.
When was the last time you really did one?
Austin nailed it.
It's true. I guess, yeah.
Fucking nailed it. And I hadn't done one.
I was worried you're gonna pop a knee on the down in the States. And then get COVID. And then get COVID.
Come back with full on medical debt.
No, then you get COVID. Then you can't get back, and you're stuck down there, and you have a bum knee.
You guys had travel insurance, so you guys
didn't happen. Yeah.
Did we have travel insurance?
Did you? I thought you did.
I bought it for you.
I didn't buy extra.
In case you guys get shot down.
$500,000.
It's
a very real possibility.
I bought travel insurance with the COVID insurance for the company with 3 members.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Just in case. So we're going to the bar. Yeah. Someone's probably going to get COVID. Good chance.
It's always a good plan. There was guns. There was guns
at the bar that flew out of someone's pocket. It wouldn't have been Texas if there wasn't a slight scuffle when a gun came out. It didn't get pointed. Yeah. It didn't get pointed. It just came out. I wish I could
say that's not true, but it is.
No, it's really true. That happened. Literally, this conversation happened in the bathroom. Andrew coming up to me and being like, "This, so-and-so is a little drunk, and I don't know if you know, but he's got a pistol in his pocket. He dropped it earlier." And I'm like, "Ooh." He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, what do you want to do?" He's like, "I don't know." But he's getting a little agitated. And I'm like, shoot. He's like, there was plans being made of how to disarm someone at a meet and greet. And I was like, yes, Texas. I loved it. It was all good, though. It was fun. It was fun. That added to the story. Hey, no one was seriously hurt. Nah. No one had any fisticuffs, right?
One guy got
people were thrown, whatever.
One guy got slammed. Happens. Not a big deal.
Yeah. But, it's...
It wouldn't be a pot trip if somebody either almost or did get in a fight or somebody get punched.
I'm surprised Braden, you didn't do anything to even get in even a
Did you get thrown out of a bar? You didn't get thrown out of a bar?
No. Braden didn't do anything to get in a little bit of trouble.
And let's be realistic. I should have never been thrown out of the bar in California. I think I was just guilty by association. Right? And then they threw me out. And then I made a scene because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Right. And it was a funny scene because we went back the next night and the bouncers.
Yeah, they remember.
They were like, "Hey, this is that funny guy."
Hey. Don't do it again, motherfucker.
Yeah, they're like, don't do that again. But it was really funny. But please, not again. I was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. So we shall see.
Blacked out.
Yeah.
Wonder if that dude who smashed his head off the ground down there ever fully recovered.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a hard smack.
Spaghetti, fucking full on spaghetti.
I didn't see it. What's his name on Discord?
Just down. Bang. If you don't smoke weed and you're already drunk and then you smoke weed for the first time, you might be going down. That's what happened to that dude.
Oh, from LA.
Noodle.
Yeah.
Oh,
cow.
Dead. Probably dead. Yeah. Well, and also that guy wasn't a theorite, so it's not much we can do.
No, it wasn't our fault.
And it was funny. The girl that he was with was very apologetic that she brought him, and I was like, "It's totally okay."
He almost died. It's okay.
He fell and hurt himself and projectile vomited right after, probably from the concussion, not the drinking, because Zell fucked him up with weed.
I didn't fuck him up. I had the weed. He took it and did it himself.
Yeah. You should have been like, "Hey, man.
Hey, dude.
Go easy. I smoke this all the time. So what you're watching here is a seasoned vet." You're like, one hit, and this kid tried to mimic you and died. He hit his head on the concrete immediately after exhaling. and then stood up and said, I'm all good. And then projectile vomited.
Walked back to the bar and then puked all over the bar.
Yeah, he was not good.
He was like outside and then just, wow.
I was like, that was not
interesting.
Whoopsies. Shit happens.
Whoopsies. So what happens when you smoke weed with Zell?
Well, that guy couldn't handle it.
I mean, yeah.
You should never, that should not happen when you smoke weed. So I don't know. That guy was.
Oh, dude. Like, I've never seen someone instantly green out.
Yeah, instantly.
Right? Like, on an exhale.
Exhale and toast.
It made me think, like, what are we smoking? Right? I was like.
It's true. It was from a shop, but none of the shops are regulated, so it could have been anything.
It wasn't an oil pen, though. It was a joint.
No, it was a joint.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying, like, could have been.
Oh, man.
Could have been a little powder.
I would think the highest I've ever been outside of when I was like a teenager was Vegas.
Oh, with the edibles?
When we met. Yeah. Too many edibles, man. I was on a different planet. I don't even remember. All I remember is eating a handful and Dan being like, that was a bad idea. And
at Six Flags?
Like, no, not Six Flags.
Maybe since we got on the roller coasters.
I didn't eat. Well, no. We did eat edibles before we got on.
We ate more. We ate more after.
No, when we were in Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Right? We were all, and remember that guy was like, he put down a bunch on the table and he's like, because we were sitting at that bar. We drank the bar dry, by the way. No big deal. Drank a bar in Vegas dry.
That's a beer. Put it on the resume.
Just Theorists.
Oh, the outdoor one. We were still outdoor.
The outdoor one, yeah.
Yeah, with that guy the guy that kept the Elvis who kept wanting you to sing old timey tunes you didn't know.
Yeah.
And when he threw all the, I think it was Derek. I don't remember who it was.
I didn't have any.
Someone threw a bunch of edibles. You didn't have any because I grabbed a handful
you ate them all.
and threw them all in my mouth. Like the most edibles I've ever done.
Is that when we ended up wandering around and then like you're like, I gotta buy a sweater. Like
yeah.
Like,
yeah, I bought an extra medium. It was so tiny that I did give him my forearms. Like, what was I thinking? Yeah.
Like this shirt.
I was so fucking high. And that was a weird trip because I was like, we're going to Vegas. It's going to be warm. It snowed.
It gets cold tonight.
Good times.
We got to start planning another pod trip for the new year.
Yeah, I'm in. It's got to either be pretty early in the new year.
Yes, it does.
Or a little after spring sometime because I think I'll be busy. It's Facebook official now, so I don't mind telling all the Theorists here.
Oh,
you're gonna have a little dragon coming
no.
soon. So little dragon coming in the spring. A little Rencher.
Little Rencher.
Coming in the spring. So
joining the.
I'll be a little tied up, but hey,
Papa Theorists.
Before that, or
before.
After.
I think a few months before.
Oh yeah, I mean,
kind of like a bachelor party.
Hey, yes, a diaper drive.
Diaper drive, yeah.
The other thing is, I want to tell you guys, I found, so everyone knows I'm building Island Studios, but I found a deal that I'm going to look at that I might have to jump in on. I wanted your guys' input. I was going to send you guys the ad today because to see if this is something that I should do. There's a 1988.
Do it.
Fully gutted.
It's a great year.
Like, it's a legit, like, one of those old motorhomes?
Sure.
Right? It's only got 100,000 kilometers on the engine. Runs great. And the people gutted it because they were going to redo it and they've left it. So basically they have this motorhome that's in really good condition that's just empty on the inside. Down. So I was like, they only want $2,000 for it. And I'm like,
I fucking told you to do this before.
Well, dude, those things never, like, and it's a big one. It's like 28 feet. The thing is, these ones never come up, right? They're like $7-8 grand, and you're like, I don't want to fucking spend that much money on like a fucking 1977 piece of shit. But this was 98, and she's like, it runs great, and I'm like, well, shit, it's fully gutted, ready to go, so we could build a studio in it. And then I'm like, fucking road trip, boys.
You want my instant
Right?
instant opinion?
Huh?
You want my-
Yeah.
It's a way better idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh yeah. You don't have to worry about the weight. You don't have to worry about it falling apart when you take it down a logging road.
Yeah. So then if we want to bounce it, where it's like, all right, boys, we're rolling. Like we could have two people. We could set up cameras so when we're driving, we could be recording.
Yeah, as long as you got service. Oh, wait, if you get Starlink, can it like move with you, or has to be a stationary dish?
But here's the thing: even if we did a roadie in it, we could record offline.
This is true.
And post it after.
Yep.
I mean,
right?
technically, you could just get a cellular hotspot. You could just get one of those little USB things to.
Yeah. But the problem
really
about Western Canada is you lose service a lot.
Right.
When you're driving.
That'll be interesting. Let's look up if you could get Starlink, because I'm gonna go look at this thing tomorrow. And I think
I remember there was an article about people getting it for the RVs, but they were like complaining about it because it wasn't really great or something.
Well, it just depends. Can you use it while you're
still early
mobile?
days.
I don't know if you can use it mobile. That's the thing.
Right? Or do you have to be stationary? But even then,
good question.
I'll send you guys the ad because I'm like, well, shit.
$2,000, so it just has like what, 2 front seats and that's it?
2 front seats and everything else is gutted. The only thing that's in there is a toilet sitting there in the back. So they've left that, but I'd probably knock that out too.
So all you would need
piss outside.
What you could do then is instead, because you're gonna need passenger seats, just bolt a bench and a table in there at all times.
Yeah,
that'd be fucking dope.
Yeah, well, I'd have 2. Like I was gonna get like boat mounted seats for the back, so when you're sitting like studio style, you're sitting in like a boat mounted seat.
Yes.
Right, I was thinking in my head. So I'm gonna go look at it tomorrow, and if it's in decent shape, I'm probably gonna pick it up.
Hey, and then you have a trailer that you've turned into a flat deck already, so perfect.
Well, because I'm very committed to getting this one tomorrow, I already put the flat deck, the trailer as it is, up for sale, and I'm probably gonna double my money. So,
as just like a deck, whatever you have built so far.
Yeah, so someone's coming to buy that tomorrow, and then with that money, I'm gonna roll that into the next thing.
Oh, so you're committed before this?
I'm pretty committed.
You're pretty committed.
Just because I saw it and I was like, God damn! I was like, this would be fucking
$2,000,
awesome.
and the work is more or less done.
Yeah. Well, it's just gutted, right?
Yeah.
It's just gutted. So now I'm like,
but you just wanted
it's a blank slate.
You wanted a gutted. You wanted nothing in it anyway, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like now it's a blank slate. So now I can just, as long as there's no leaks, it drives good. This floor is not soggy.
You're in.
Fuck yeah, I'm in. So
that's
we'll
pretty
go look
sweet.
at it tomorrow and
Mobile Island Studio.
Right. Then we'll have to do a roadie in it. Like there's without a doubt, we have to do like one roadie. If it breaks down, it breaks down.
We'll leave it.
Who cares?
Yeah, we'll just leave it. We'll torch it.
Leave it in the middle of the Mojave Desert next to the Integratron.
But I think we'd have to do at least one road trip in it.
100%.
Right, Dan, you'd probably have to fly here to join the road trip because we're not making it that far, buddy.
Yeah, we're not making it out of province.
Yeah. So and then yeah, because it has like the above sleeper above the like above the past the seats, right? So I'd leave that as a bed, and then I just throw in a couple military cots, right? And then 2 people can bunk up there, and 2 can sleep in military cots. That's all we need, boys.
That's sweet.
Right? All the recording gear, fucking
perfect.
Bolted down. We're Bigfoot hunting.
We're squatching.
We're squatching.
Yeah. So I like I said, I'm gonna go look at it tomorrow. I'm quite hopeful. It looks really good. So we'll see. The only thing that I'm concerned about is because they're like, we had it professionally gutted and professionally sealed. And I'm like looking at one of the pictures and I'm like, man, it looks like they got some sort of tape on the outside edge. And I'm like, man, is that tape? And she's like, no, it's a special RV adhesive to like keep the seals. And we were told that this would outlast the life of the out the RV, and I'm like, what does that mean? I was like, how long is the life of this RV though? Right? A month? So,
hey, $2,000's a great deal. I thought
about trying to do Big Brother Canada. Someone's asking in the chat that I should do Big Brother Canada. I thought about it. I watch a lot of Big Brother now.
Get really invested in it.
Oh, dude, I love it. Oh, God.
I hate that show.
Dude, oh, man, it's so good.
The games are just so bad.
The games are bad.
They were so bad.
Shit about the games. It's the overall game, man. The guy who won last Big Brother Canada didn't win nothing, but he was a mastermind of just like manipulating people the whole time. He was just lying to everybody, playing everybody. It was awesome. I got to grab another drink. Do you want to take a quick beer break?
Sure. Quick break.
Right.
We'll finish off a hard 20.
Right back.
Be right back.
We're back. There's that fucking noise again. Dan, talk.
I'm not with nothing. I don't know what you're hearing.
It stops as soon as he starts talking. It's crazy. I think it's Dan.
Maybe it's Dan.
Dan's spinning some sort of wheel.
Dan's just fucking with us?
I don't know.
Zell doesn't hear it.
I don't hear it. You got some wires crossed in your computer or something.
Here, I'll send you boys this. See if I can send it to you. Oh, no. Never mind. I can't.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Share messenger. Bam. Bam.
You trying to share with me?
She said she's not firm on the price. She said there's some room, pretty firm, but there's some room.
Okay.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, that's some.
It's called the Royal Classic.
1980s road trip movie, fucking RV right there. Yeah,
that's got a ton of space in there.
Right?
Who's watching?
148,000.
Watching live stream here.
I said 100.
Look at that beauty.
Oh boy.
Right? But see, if you look at that picture right there, if you go back one, if you look there, I messaged, I said, is that tape? I'm just curious. I said, is that tape on the
left side?
Like on the seam? And she goes, well, it's special like sealant. And I'm like, it looks like tape to me.
It looks like some type of duct tape.
Ooh, boy.
It looks like some sort of duct tape.
Yeah, you're going to have to look at this thing.
I gotta go look
at the whole.
Yeah, look at that.
If you look even closer at the left side, it looks like that whole left side is like bent.
Yeah. No, hey, listen. Who hasn't crashed a little?
Man,
right? Come on.
It's what, $2,500? $1,500. You got it. I'll pay. Tell them you'll have $1,500 for the engine and drive it away.
Oh yeah. But look at that thing, right? Like, I mean,
it's a beauty.
Hell yeah. Right? Like if I could get that thing. Mobile Meteor Studios.
148,000.
Could be interesting.
148.5.
Hey, on a Ford, that's easily got another 150 in it.
No problem.
No problem, right? Couple, 10W30 or whatever you put in those things.
And you got to keep a whole supply because it just burns oil as you drive.
Oh,
every stop, you fucking pour some in.
Somebody, Lost 68.7 says the Dragon's Den. Yeah. But we'll see. Well, I mean, like I said, I've just kind of changed my mind for what I'm looking like, but we'll see. That's because I'm like, things are really popping up now, and with it just doesn't make sense for me to build this studio from scratch with a couple other things going on in my life that might be kind of changing. So I was like, let's just say Mama Papa Conspiracy, they don't live on the island. So they were like, we want to buy a trailer so we can come and visit all the time because me and my brother don't have room for them. So then I was like, okay, well, if you're parking a trailer at my place, I'm going to use it as an office because that's where I was going to put my office. They're like, totally. So I'm like, okay, well, if that happens, it doesn't really make sense for me to invest all this money into building a trailer. But I was like, but this thing.
This is a different story.
This is, look at that fucking sexy beast.
You got room in there.
Right? I could definitely picture us having a roadie in there looking for Bigfoot.
This is like just like the game Bigfoot. You pull up to the forest and then Bigfoot just rips you out of this thing and kills you.
100%.
That's exactly what this fucking thing is.
Yeah. The only thing it'd be like fucking $1,800 to ferry that over the ferry fees to get that in the mainland. You guys will all be flying here.
Yeah, we
Pick you up in Nanaimo in it. Yeah, right. I'll pick you up in Nanaimo in my hybrid.
drive
You back here to it, and we'll drive 5 kilometers into the bush. But that's pretty funny. So we'll see. Well, I'm gonna go look at it tomorrow, and I mean, I'm gonna have to dip in the old savings, but I mean, I think it's got potential. Looking at the pictures, does that not have potential?
Got potential,
right? Zell, if I do pick this thing up, though, I'll tell you, you're using one of your free flights when you coming out here. When you come back, when you're done.
What, to build it?
Yeah, to help. You got to help me do the interior. What's going on here?
I can get a free flight out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was got to plan it so we can put it together. But we'll see.
I can get out there, yeah.
We'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna go look at it tomorrow. She says this, the biggest issue I have with it is that she goes, "This is professionally done, like resealed and gutted." And I'm like, okay. And then I look at that tape and I'm like, professionally sealed. I'm like, that looks like tape. And like maybe it's some sort of weird blue skin that's really adhered or something. But like if I go to pick some and that just picks apart, I'm gonna be like, nah. Like, come on, this is what kind of professional? You must have got someone like me to do it. Catio expert.
You paid somebody to do it.
You paid someone.
Well, I don't know.
Professional.
Maybe it is some type of super adhesive fiberglass tape. Could be. I don't know. I don't know nothing about fixing RVs. But
listen, if I buy that thing and we decorate it, I'll fucking paint it on the outside. Big fucking ATTs. Big old naked Bigfoot on the back with a machine gun. And blasting off a mountaintop at UFOs.
Holding a planet. Yeah, some badass 80s artwork in there.
Oh, yeah. Big airbrush, like just big battle between Bigfoot and aliens just blasting each other.
Fucking, was it Frank Franzetta? Fucking bikini babes hanging onto his legs while he's fucking shooting at UFOs.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Bikini clad women hanging onto Bigfoot's legs as he's blasting UFOs back. Yeah, I like it. So it'd be pretty cool. We'll see. I'll let you guys know tomorrow.
You're getting
how it looks.
If it's not that one, you're going to get something. It's going to be soon too.
Yeah, it does. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a complete rush, but I mean, now people know why. If you were like, why would Braden, if he's in a room, why would he make an exterior room? It's because I only have 2 rooms in my place. And unfortunately, I've got to give this one up to a baby. So I can't. I've been told I can't. I can't make a baby room outside.
Can't put the baby. Can't put the baby in the laundry room.
No, can't put the laundry room. It's kind of ridiculous, but
you make a heated catio.
I'm kidding.
Heated catio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I was like, well, this was Luna's room first.
They're not that big.
So.
I mean, the baby's about the size of a cat. So, I mean,
this is true.
Basically,
they don't need a lot of space.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not going to remember anything till it's 4.
They don't need a lot of space, but they take up
pretty fun.
A lot of space. But just
and I have no idea what we're having.
Baby
we decided to keep it an absolute surprise.
You don't want to set off any fireworks and light the whole Pacific Northwest on fire with a baby reveal.
No, it's not our style, man.
Party.
Not our style. So I don't know. I can tell you what I think we're having, just based on feelings and reading old wives' tales.
A human.
I hope it's at least half human.
I think a girl. I think, a girl. Just based on all the like, you know, like when you see the ultrasound, they're like, oh, the heart rate, if it's this, it's a girl. And they're like, oh, if the head is like this, it's a girl. And science on those things says that's all fucking
Could be anything.
bullshit.
Yeah.
It's 50-50. So enough of these theories are right enough of times that people just think they're onto something. They're not. But a lot of those things are pointing to a girl. So I've just made the hard stance of
Could be a girl.
probably having a girl.
Well, you got a 50-50 chance.
Chances are good. It could be a girl.
So it'll be interesting. It's crazy. Like, so now we've got replacements for 3 of us.
Yeah.
Right?
We've replicated. Our jobs are
Well,
our jobs are done.
Uploading my brain into the cloud, so I'll just be around forever. It's fine.
Well, we know that it's going to be 3 of our offspring and 1 AI. Continuing the show on 2040.
Fun times.
Third child, 100%. Are we going to wrap this up? Take any questions if there's any questions in the chat before we go.
My child is a star child.
I think.
Was dropped off. Alien hybrid.
Let me check. Let me check Instagram Live if there's any questions in the chat there. Can you revisit simulation theory and get absolutely buckled again?
Sure thing.
You know what? Why the fuck not? Let's do it. It's probably going to be a rehash of the same stuff that we talked last time.
I'm not going to listen to the old one because it's been a long time, so I forgot what we talked about.
Peace.
Please, something completely different.
We were fucking wrecked. But that's fine. But I will say this. I'm down to line it up. But in this square up here, whether it be whoever's missing, it has to be Chewbacca. Chewbacca, we got to bring back for simulation part 2. Right. So I think that's the only fitting way to do a sequel to simulation theory. It's such a fun one. It's such a wild theory.
I don't even remember what we talked about.
Well, we were buckled, absolutely buckled. I think we all
simulation inside a simulation inside of a simulation inside of a simulation, man.
We all make a gentleman's agreement. 3 highballs before we start.
Minimum, yeah, sure.
Minimum 3 highballs before we start, and then we go for it.
And back then, that was early on. That was like case file 40 or something.
Yeah.
So that'd have been 2016. Yeah, I would have had about 9 joints before that one. Just judging by that time frame in my life. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Where's Berm been? Oh, Burmeister? I don't know where Burmeister is.
Guy's fucking working all the time.
Or some bullshit. Yeah. He actually, I'll tell you something. Burmeister sent me, I'm not going to say his memes have been lacking. They haven't been. But he's been even keel. Like they just been, he hasn't done anything. Not that all this stuff is outstanding, but he just hasn't had any breakthroughs.
Ooh, calling
he sent me the fucking Wayne Gretzky, the great one, Bill.
Oh yeah,
that one is awesome. I fucking laughed so hard. I was like, Burmeister, I love you. I laugh at a lot of your stuff. Well, you know, yeah, hey, sometimes you're slipping. And the great one, you sent me that. I was like, I fucking laughed out loud at work
where did I see that? In Discord, I think.
It was good. It was good. Hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Michael Scott. Wayne Gretzky.
Wisest words have never been spoken.
Yeah.
Where was that? That was it in general?
The chat? Oh, I don't know. He sent me a private message. Maybe he sent it
I seen it in Discord. Here it is. Oh, what?
And then you guys should do, Xavier said, yeah, it's great, man.
You know what? Him and the Queen look,
fuck, dude.
Him and Princess Diana look exactly the same. So,
dude, that's the funniest thing we've done in a long time. Like, honestly, the fact that Canada, like, we should have a couple great ones.
You
like,
should.
Oh, yeah. Listen. All right, how much you want for that? Listen, okay, I'll take a couple great ones. All right,
2 great ones.
How about a hat trick of great ones? You're like, all right, you fucking sold.
Genius.
Right? What is that? 298.7. And you're like, a couple grand. Because really, honestly, $100 bill's just about fucking useless. Let's be real here. Let's be real. Just about useless. I'm gonna go. I'll go down a limb right now and say that a Great One bill that we're pitching would have the same utility as a $100 bill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like realistically,
You're just going to get slightly less change to buy the same thing.
Yeah. Right. And then people, you bring back change. You're bringing back change. I think a lot of people miss change.
I miss a nice change purse, like a big fanny pack full of quarters.
Right? You getting fucking loonies and toonies, right? Yeah, 100%. Right? I think we're all missing out on that because we got too many bills that are like equal amounts, and I think it's bullshit. I think a $99 bill, a couple great ones. I mean,
it's genius.
I think we could run a whole political platform on this and win.
You know what? We should mint our own. We've talked about it before. We talked about it as a crypto, but we should just do real bills, space bucks. And
space bucks, a $99 great one.
$99 great one bill.
It's fucking hilarious. It's so good. We should make that a tier.
you get space bucks.
You get space bucks if you get all minted space bucks at the $99 tier. Great one tier.
Great one.
That's funny.
It's valuable.
I love it. It's such a good idea.
You know what? Currency is only as valuable as people put their faith in it. So if you put your faith in space bucks and start trading with each other, we can circumvent this rigged banking system and start our own.
Yeah. Hey, Zell, are you wearing your shirt?
Sure.
We'll start our own rigged banking system.
Yeah, start our own banking system.
No, I didn't. I'm not wearing it. I'm wearing the Lone Star gun range from Texas.
Oh, nice. It's a good shirt.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Every time I wear my shirt, I remember how the guy looked at me like he was going to shoot me when I asked him to model it for me.
Yeah, you can't make that joke in Texas.
No,
not at that part of Texas.
No, I would go back to Texas in a heartbeat. It was so fun.
I want to go somewhere. If I go back to Texas, I want to go somewhere even like super cowboy. Like I want to go, like everyone's got guns on their hips. I want to immerse myself in the real country Texas.
Oh, hold on. I forgot that. Someone wanted a picture of our business card. 1 second. I think I have
a picture of our business card. Do we even have business cards, Dan?
Yeah, back when we printed out those sleek black ones.
Oh, I haven't had those for years. Do you have some?
Yeah, there might be a box somewhere in my house.
We got those for Alien Con, like 2019.
Yeah, we had a bunch of boxes of them. I think I have like half a box or something.
Oh,
maybe somewhere. I thought I had a box somewhere. I just don't know where I put them.
In hindsight, these are the dumbest business cards all time. They look cool though.
Yeah, cool.
They don't say anything, right?
No, that's just the package information. That's it.
AlienTheorist.com.
That's all you need to say.
Alien Theorist theorizing.
That's it.
But like we should have said it's a podcast.
Yeah, like maybe.
No, because I remember.
But I mean, if they look, if they're interested by like slipping someone this card, it's cool. That's cool. It's like gold logo. The shitty thing is they wouldn't double side that gold tinge, right? So
I remember we made those because we're like the Men in Black invitation card where it just says just the address.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah,
we're like, let's do that with our business card.
Yeah. And then I printed the first time we used them, the same business card. We only got 100 printed and we were like, fuck, that wasn't enough. The second time I got 500 printed and I was like, that was insane amount too many.
I don't know what I misplaced mine. I don't know where they went.
Dude, I still have a full box of business cards.
Oh, sweet.
In my drawer.
If we make more, we'll add some stuff to it maybe. QR code?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, QR code would, dude, this and then on the back a gold QR code would have been dope. Like if you wanted mystery, like this, you're like, oh, what is it? QR code. Let me scan it. And it goes right to pod, like our pod link plays a fucking episode.
That would have been the smart idea.
No, you know what? Because marketing is tough right now. Like advertising is almost impossible. We got to go back to street team marketing. We send people in every city a pack of 1,000 of these cards with the QR code. And then you go around your city. We'll reward you with merch or something. And then you just start plastering them everywhere you go. Fucking drop them. Bus stations, the mall.
Hey,
fucking throw them everywhere.
I like it. That's not a bad idea. But you know what would be a better than just random cities is that we look up where there's going to be UFO conventions or like cryptid conventions. And we message people in those cities, be like, hey, go to the parking lots. We'll print you these business cards. You drop them off. We'll give you merch. Right? You just fucking boom, 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 boom in people's fucking windshield wipers.
You know what? We're going back to street team marketing. That was like the old school way for bands and stuff. You get the street team out.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go back.
We're going back to the roots. Fuck the social media. Boots on the ground. Old school marketing. Like door to door.
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah.
People come to your door all the time trying to fucking convert you.
Dude.
You convert them to our podcast though with our business card.
How funny would it be if we sign people up as missionaries? That 100%. Listen. We should have people that we sign up as missionaries, and we'll make a merch package for them. And you have to go door to door. You knock. You say, "Have you heard the good word
of ATT
of the alien theorists of alien theorists?" That'd be so funny. Oh fuck, that's so good. I love it. And you have to be wearing a suit and a tinfoil hat. Right? And then you can give them our business card. You're like, oh, it's just an awesome podcast. And it's like, we'll send you. And if you go, like, we'll send you a business, a pack of 100 business cards. You give them all out. We'll send you some merch or something.
No,
it'd be pretty funny.
If you want to be part of the street team.
Yeah, street
reach
team.
out.
Mercenaries.
Mercenaries.
You got to be a mercenary.
You want to be a Theorist mercenary?
Yeah. It's like a Mennonite. It sounds so much like a Mennonite. We can make brochures, get people standing on like at this side of the park.
Have you heard the good news about aliens?
About the alien theorists. Oh, that's so funny.
Street corners, aliens are real. Just start people walk by and just start
with a bell.
Start saucering out business cards at people.
Hey, listen, it's not a bad idea.
How do I level up?
We got to grow.
We'll figure out a tier. Yeah. We'll figure out a level system. Don't you worry.
I love it. That's such a good idea. It's so funny. It would be the funniest thing ever if someone sent us a video with a bunch of our business cards and brochures and they're going door to door. I think it would be the funniest.
If you record yourself going door to door, even better.
Would I?
No, if you record yourself going door to door,
I would.
Don't take a video of the people you're going. Take a video of your face and record the audio. Then you can't get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, hey, no, but listen. In all realness, I think this mercenary idea is a good idea. Door to door.
The street team.
Door to door. Street team.
You're right. Mercenaries they're coming in hot.
Black suits, like you got to dress like the Men in Black, but wear a tinfoil hat.
You'll be compensated fairly.
Like you got to be dressed up like nice. You know what I mean? Black suit, or a nice Sunday dress, and just as nice as you can look with the ridiculousness of a tinfoil hat, as however you want to make them. Just wrap little pointer,
tinfoil hat, or you wear the merch. We give you a Dan hat.
Yeah, give you a Dan hat. Yeah.
But you got to wrap the brim in tinfoil still. Just the brim.
That's funny. I think it's honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea to grow the show. The
street team used to be super. That's how, like Linkin Park, before they were called Linkin Park, they were called Hybrid Theory, and how they got recognized is they had this like national street team to hand out demos for them, and they got thousands and thousands and thousands of play, and then people like, these guys are fucking good. Re-recorded the album as Linkin Park, titled Hybrid Theory, and everyone knows the album. It's like one of the biggest of all time.
Hey, listen. I think it's a great idea. We could send the designs to people and be like, hey, you get them printed out at your local Staples. We go to Staples, we bring them a design and be like, yeah, this is a code. We'll pay for it. We cover the 100 business cards or whatever. You go, you hand them out, you go door to door, you drop them off, and we'll treat you to a hat. I don't know.
Something.
I don't know. We'll do something.
Okay, well, we got to wrap this power hour up, but this is a great idea. It's a good idea. We're gonna brainstorm a little bit more about it.
We're breaking barriers here, boys. This is
we're getting rid of the bullshit. We're going back to the roots. Back boots on the ground.
I think, you know what? Fuck this. We got to start going after the Mennonite community. Listen, they think they're the sausage kings. Well, the Theorite community is coming for you. All right, we need you to make your own sausages. Get out to the farmer's market and start preaching our podcast while slinging that meat. All right, we will be the meat kings in the cult community.
Are the
not the Mennonites, not the Hederites, but the Theorites. All right. You have to dress old timey as well. You need to look like you're from the 1700s. While you do,
there's going to be different versions of this all across the country.
Yeah, it's funny. You know what? It makes Theorite sound way funnier when you compare it to Mennonite and Hederite. I love it. It's great.
All right.
Old timey, but you really love aliens and meat.
Hey, if you think you have a better idea for the Theorite mercenaries, make sure to let us know. Because we're serious.
It's a good idea.
This is going to be good. This is going to work out well. All right, we got to wrap this up. We got some ads to do. Some promos to cut.
Peace, everybody.
Peace.